What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more AFK Journey, and we are taking a look here at the twins. Yes, if you guys have ever played AFK Arena, this was one of the best support heroes in the entire game very early on, and actually lasted for quite a while being a very good support hero in AFK Arena very well. And this is going to be our first celestial hero. It looks like we're going to get in the new season that is starting in about 2 weeks time. So we're going to take a look at this skill set. These heroes are typically very strong, and we actually get a little bit of a preview of it here today. So first off, the models, the transition over to AFK Journey is amazing. Like, they just look really cool. The way they perform in battle in AFK Arena is really awesome, and it really depends on how that translates over to AFK Journey if they're going to see much viability. Like I said, they are going to be a celestial hero. There are two of them, so they work as a pair and they move independently on the battlefield compared to what you would think is maybe they move all together. Think of it as a summoner hero, so to speak, whereas one's the main body, another's a summoner. However, they, at least in Arena, they shared a lot of stats and everything. They are both magic damage dealers. However, Elija has a range of 6, while Lialah has a range of 1 and is in melee. So this one is going to be very interesting. They look amazing. Yes, these heroes look absolutely stunning already. And again, it just looks like a really clean and awesome transition over to AFK Journey. Now, when we take a look at their abilities in combat, it's interesting. So they're not giving us the full translation, of course. They're giving us these little tiny snippets, but you can kind of extrapolate off of that whether they're going to be good or not. Because the way this works is it says in a straight line link, they're going to send blessings throughout it. Because again, remember, one's going to be melee, one's going to be at range. So there's going to be a gap between them. That'll help them restore both energy and heal allies along that path. Now, if we take a look and see exactly how that looks in combat, you see how there's this nice straight line going straight across. It's hard to tell what's happening necessarily, which I don't really like. There we go. That's how you have to have it. And so at the beginning of battle, they have to be linked in a pretty much straight line between them, which is something we haven't seen just yet, but I do think is a really cool thing. Positioning will matter with how you start them out, but you can see here how it's like a zigzag pattern as the melee one moves into melee and the ranged one stays at range. So it's really cool because, again, this is another way to feed energy to your team, which we don't have too many ways of doing that. But once you have that link is solid, which does mean technically you can have everybody on the battlefield linked up if I think depending on the starting battlefield, right? Because technically, actually no, I guess you can only put 2 in between in a lot of these. There might be a few boards that you can actually link more, but it's kind of hard to think. So you can at least get 2 others in the formation, which is half the other heroes. Not like crazy game breaking, but at least decent to say the least. So it's really cool how that works out. We do have to take a look at their next ability, Cosmic Protection. Elija grants a shield to allies, while Lialah casts Stellar Pulse to deal damage and inflict blind on enemies surrounding her. So that blind effect is a nice crowd control effect that you can get thrown on the team here. So you can see right there, kind of moving around the battlefield, doing some damage, while the other one is just providing shield to the team. And of course, that link is healing them, feeding them energy and everything, which is kind of cool. Let's see. I think we're about to get to the ultimate though, right? So you can see the blind effect on heroes cannot perform normal attacks. So essentially they can only cast their ultimate at that point, which is kind of cool. It takes them out of the battle. It feels pretty cool. I like it. I don't know how effective it's going to be. It's definitely not going to be something you care about when you're going up against like bosses. But the ultimate is where it's at here. Starlight Waltz. Elija and Lialah greatly increase allies' haste and make allies linked through the stellar bond unaffected, which means they cannot be affected by control effects, which is pretty big. And that is a freaking amazing animation right there. Holy cow, is that crazy good. So pairing them with other support heroes is going to be pretty crazy as well. And you can see right here how Merrily is unaffected, so she can't be crowd controlled or anything like that. Has some potential here. When you do get them to Supreme Plus, they increase the stats of allies linked through Stellar Bond based on percentage of the highest stat among them. That's the big question mark. We really need to see the full description on that one because it's a little misleading, I guess I would say. It doesn't necessarily tell you exactly what stat is going to be increased. It almost sounds like it's whatever Elijah's highest stat, Elijah and Lila's stats are going to be. So again, a little confusing here. Their ultimate again looks really cool. But yeah, you can see here you get some like extra attack boost, things like that can be really solid. I like it. There's a chance this hero is going to be meta defining in both Dream Realm and potentially places like PvP and AFK pushes. I think she's probably gonna be one of the first ones that is just really strong everywhere, whereas like even heroes like Harak kind of suffered in that. So I'm really I can't wait to see how this hero works out, and these heroes look amazing. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. We'll be checking this hero out and definitely building them to max the second they come out in the new season. And I'll see you guys next time.